Welcome back folks, this is Antony Valentine, your camper nerd. Today I'm going to be showing you around this very lovely 1998 Autosleeper Clubman GL for sale. Will you be the fourth owner? It's had 3 owners in its history. The last lady has had it 9 years. Well, this is just marvellous. We've got the paperwork trail, we've got the service history, the inside, the outside, the MOT history. It's the 2.4 diesel. It's only done 64,000 miles, fully backed up by the VOSA MOT history. Feel free to check that number. Romeo 639 Sierra Foxtrot Juliet. I think it's only failed the MOT twice in its 23-year history, and I think that was just for the headlamp aim. And I think the only advisory was a tyre and brake discs. That was it, brake discs. So they've all been replaced. So it's just fantastic. I think it's currently MOT'd until October. I'll put your new MOT on it, and if it wants anything advisory, you can have it done. So it'll have a new MOT with no advisories, and it was serviced, full service last year. I think it was 63,000, about 1,000 miles ago. So it's been serviced, and just last Tuesday it's had a full independent habitation service. That's where he's gone through all the workings inside, checked out all the electric items, damp tested it, checked the gas safety. I think that was the only thing he changed, was the gas hose and the regulator, so it now conforms to all the latest safety regulations, and it's got a new habitation certificate issued. Okay, let's walk you around. Lots of little things I like about this. The bodywork on the front is brilliant. That's evidence. We found a bill for £2,500. So a few years ago the lady took it into Todd's Motorhomes in Preston, the biggest indoor showroom in Preston, very well renowned, family owned company for years, and they've obviously done it very professional and taken it back to bare metal, and that's the evidence why it is so nice. I even like it's got the original VW wheel trims on, nice tyres. So we've got the 2.4 diesel, so we've got the diesel in there, water, fresh water inside here. That's the winter cover that's on at the moment, that can be removed. That's for the vent for the fridge. It's got a Fiorma F45S, that's a later one, side awning. There's a bill in there that was fitted about 6 or 7 years ago, just like brand new. I've had it out, I'll do some pictures of that. There's even a max view TV point here. I think you just undo here. There you go. And so if you wanted a TV on a table outside on a stand, you've got an access point there. It's got recently, there's a bill in there, a lot of money, for a big satellite and TV system, OmniView on the roof. Coming around the back, you've got the 2 bike rack Fiorma awning. It's just got everything you could want this, really. 2 bikes on there, all the fixtures and fittings to keep your bikes in place. The original chrome ladder to access the roof. Thetford cassette toilet. Everything's nice and sanitised. Got your flush pink for the stink and blue for the loo. So pink in there for the flush and blue in there for the loo. Coming across, we've got the mains hook up there, and inside here you've got your gas bottle, and there's actually room for a second one. That's a 6 kilogram propane bottle. Okay, yeah, so we've got the seats in the forward position at the moment, so it's got more space behind. Just a quick look under the bonnet. Just put the bonnet catch from the near side. It's even got a remote control for the DAB radio, digital radio. And there's your 2.4 diesel. Yeah, it's been well serviced and well maintained, this. Okay, so let's get Dennis the drone flying up, and he'll do some aerial footage and show you the upstairs and that digital camera. Thanks for that aerial footage, Dennis the drone. I'll take over the camera from now. Here we go, stepping inside. What a beauty. 1998 vintage. So that makes her 23 years young. 3 owners. Last lady's had it 9 years. Let's slowly walk forward and then span around. I do love an old Autosleeper of a certain year. Yeah, this is pretty much as good as they come. So the last lady had flooring protector on the floor. I've just taken it out. I'll put it back in there. There you go. So I'll put that back in. But you can see it was preserving the carpet and the floor, and it's all nice. Just a couple of little marks. In fact, that's not even a mark there. That's something on the floor. But considering the age, all the upholstery's okay. No rips or tears. No undue smells. All the matching original Autosleeper fabric and upholstery, even the matching scatter cushions. I think the only thing that's different inside from original is at some stage, I'm not sure whether it's the last lady or the previous owner, has replaced that cupboard. A very nice professional job it is. It's very in keeping with the woodwork. So just put a mains microwave. So if you're on site on mains, there's an extra plug socket that's been added. But they have kept the original door, so if you wanted to replace it and put it back to stock or originality, it's there. So yes, there's the upholstery, the rear cab, or the front cab as it were. 65,000 miles. You've got the reading lights, everything's working. It's just had a habitation. This light, incidentally, is an Autosleeper feature that only works on the mains. So you know if that's working, you know the mains electricity is functioning correctly. So we've got the system for the hot water on gas. And now someone's put an extra button on there, so that must have gone faulty at some stage, and they've just put an override button on there, and that's just to blow the hot air or the central heating from the gas system to below here or in the wet room. Let's have a look there while we're there. Nice condition, sanitised toilet, all working. Got the flush water there. Just see if we can angle the camera down. You can see there. Let's see if I can get the pump working. It's a bit tricky with one hand on the camera, and I'll do my best. Let's see if we can try the shower. No problem. Just while we've got the pump operational, just try the kitchen sink. Hot and cold water, everything's working. So the hot water's working off the gas if you're wild camped, and it's also working off the mains. You can actually put mains and gas on at the same time, and that'll heat it a bit quicker, nice and safely, no problem. Shower tray, no cracks. No, it's as good as a condition you could possibly ask for the year this. You can just clip cooker in place, the hob burner. So you've got 2 gas hob burners, all working nicely. Oven, again, everything's nice and clean, well presented. Underneath the kitchen sink, cutlery area. Some more storage and the override safety gas taps underneath the cooker. Storage space. Cupboards above the kitchen area. Autosleeper quality. Everything just fits and clicks as it should do. Very straightforward. Control panel, couldn't be any more straightforward. On and off for the 12 volt. And you've got one power for the lights, etc., and one for the pump. The all-important wine cabinet. Oh, you've got some glass flutes as well included. Another mains socket, override for the lights. That's an added extra, so that's an extra 12-volt supply. So these two beds come out, that comes out just a little bit, that comes out a maximum there to about there. That flops into that side, that cushions, that cushion can come back and be done away with, or flopped in the front there. The last lady just had two override cushions here and a little tray there. But you've got a couple of options there. Or I do know a lot of single travellers that just leave this to about that position and that cushion and just leave it as a permanent single bed. So you've got a few options there. The last owner had a very expensive satellite dish in OmniView. So that's, you can see that on the drone footage, but all the wires and connections are in here. There's some booster wires. Oh, there you go. That's for all the extra satellite dish. And you've got here, so you can get yourself a little flat screen, 12 volt, or one that works on 12 volts as well as mains. Very cheap, very reasonable, just over £150 probably for a nice 12 volt TV, and that'll click in there nicely. It's even got a light inside. Front cupboard. Lots of accessories there. You've got winterization, blackout blinds for the front, keep you nice and cozy in the cold and cool in the summer. Yeah, you've got a few wires. There's a few bits and bobs up there. There's an extra couple of TV wires as well. This lady must have been TV mad. So you've got a TV aerial. The reading lights, I think 3 of the 4 have been, that's the only one that's not, that's the old-fashioned bulb, but the other 3 have been upgraded to LEDs. So last a long time and take lower wattage from the leisure battery. So yeah, it's just had a new habitation service carried out last Tuesday. It passed with flying colours after a new hose pipe and gas regulator. So literally everything works. All the blinds, the fly nets, windows, no damp detected anywhere on the body, as you wouldn't expect on one of Autosleeper's famous monoclog one-piece fiberglass body. Okay. So, as I say, my name's Antony Valentine, the Camper Nerd. I'll be happy to deliver this anywhere in the United Kingdom. I'll personally deliver it myself. Just a £500 deposit and the balance upon arrival and viewing and inspection. If you're not happy for any particular reason, I prefer to keep my reputation intact. Your deposit will be refunded and nothing further will be taken. I find that hard to believe that anyone would refuse to take ownership of this particular model. Only 3 owners, full service history. In fact, there's I think there's about 17, 18 stamps. I think it was serviced by VW for the first 7 stamps, then about Brownhill's Motorhomes, the biggest dealership in Europe, for the next 7 or 8. Then VW took the servicing over again. I'll just have a little look. Oh, there's even a remote control. Oh, it's been upgraded, a DAB a DAB radio, so digital radio. So yes, service galore, all the way through to the last lady bought it in 2012, so she'd had it serviced here by Yates Motor Engineers in Southport, but they've carried on servicing. They haven't stamped the book, so it's no problem to get the book taken into them because they're only local. There's the habitation service, by the way, that's just been carried out independently and signed off. And the last lady has made a very conclusive list of all the servicing that she's had in her 9 years of ownership, and she's kept all the bills, pads, discs, exhaust. Yeah, it's been kept to the book. think there's a big bill there from about 3 or 4 years ago where the front cab, that will explain why it's so nice. The front cab has had a full professional respray by Todd's Motorhomes of Preston. So there's a couple of weak spots on the early T4s where they can suffer from around the window and that, but there's no evidence. I can only assume that was a big bill. They must have had the window out and sorted all that out, but that is really nice. It must have been taken back to bare metal. It's fantastic. So I'll answer any sensible questions. My name's Antony Valentine, 0798 526 1078. Thanks for watching, folks.